one of your guest readers for Social Emotional Learning Day, where we celebrate all the things we do to be superheroes for ourselves and for others. That means making good choices and basically being a bucket filler and following our school motto by showing signs of respect, showing that you care, that you can be assertive and stand up for yourself and for others, showing respect and, of course, empathy, which is a word, remember, that means that you care what people think or how they're feeling. So all superhero traits for sure. And today, Mr. Arcero is going to be reading you a book called Giraffes Can't Dance. And in this story, it's about a clumsy giraffe that finds a friend that helps him out along the way. He's very kind, and sometimes we all need that friend or a superhero, somebody to make good choices, stand up for us, and to help us in some way. So today, you'll learn a little bit more about Gerald the giraffe and the friend that kind of comes to his rescue along the way. Remember, you can be a superhero, make good choices by helping somebody through a tough spot when they're having a difficult time. And that's just another way to be a superhero. So if folks or parents are watching this back at some point, you might be asking yourself, why superheroes? Well, because oftentimes superheroes are those larger than life characters that seem to make good choices, that are resilient, that will sacrifice something for the good of others. And today, we're taking advantage of those characters that we know boys and girls can't appreciate, and we're trying to see if we can bring out the superhero in all of us. So I hope you enjoy this story, and boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed having a little fun dressing up today as a superhero. I know that some of us here, your teachers, did the same, and I hope that you enjoy this story, Giraffes Can't Dance. Giraffes Can't Dance, written by author Giles Andre and illustrated by Guy Parker Reese. Giraffes Can't Dance. Gerald was a tall giraffe whose neck was long and slim, but his knees were awfully crooked and his legs were rather thin. He was very good at standing still and munching shoots off trees, but when he tried to run around, he buckled at the knees. Now, every year in Africa, they hold a jungle dance where every single animal turns up to skip and prance. And this year, when the day arrived, poor Gerald felt so sad because when it came to dancing, he was really very bad. The warthogs started waltzing, and the rhinos rock and rolled. The lions danced a tango that was elegant and bold. The chimps all did a cha-cha with a very Latin feel, and 8 baboons then teamed up for a splendid Scottish reel. Gerald swallowed bravely as he walked toward the floor, but the lions saw him coming, and they soon began to roar. "Hey, look at clumsy Gerald," the animals all sneered. "Giraffes can't dance, you silly fool. Oh, Gerald, you're so weird." That's not very nice. Gerald simply froze up. He was rooted to the spot. "They're right," he thought. "I'm useless. Oh, I feel like such a clod." So he crept off from the dance floor and he started walking home. He never felt so sad before, so sad and so alone. Then he found a little clearing and he looked up at the sky. The moon can be so beautiful, he whispered with a sigh. Excuse me, coughed a cricket, who'd seen Gerald earlier on. But sometimes when you're different, you just need a different song. There's the cricket. Listen to the swaying grass and listen to the trees. To me, the sweetest music is those branches in the breeze. So imagine that the lovely moon is playing just for you. Everything makes music if you really want it to. With that, the cricket smiled and picked up his violin. Then Gerald felt his body do the most amazing thing. His hooves had started shuffling, making circles on the ground. His neck was gently swaying, and his tail was swishing around. He threw his arms out sideways. He swung them everywhere. Then he did a backward somersault and leapt up in the air. Gerald felt so wonderful. His mouth was open wide. I'm dancing. Yes, I'm dancing. I am dancing, Gerald cried. Then, one by one, each animal who'd been there at the dance arrived while Gerald boogied on and watched him, quite entranced. They shouted, It's a miracle! We must be in a dream! Gerald's the best dancer that we've ever seen. How did you learn to dance like that? Please, Gerald, tell us how. But Gerald simply twirled around and finished with a bow. Then he raised his head and looked up at the moon and stars above. We can all dance, he said, when we find the music that we love.